look at the hands, take the cellophane off the box and just ram. Yeah, just to look at the hands, take the cellophane off the box and just ram. Pointers unboxing, pointers unboxing. Pointers unboxing, pointers unboxing.
Hello, it's Evercade versus Founders Edition. Now this is a rather special edition of Pointless Unboxing, of course, because this is a console, an old school retro console at that, and a special edition, which is why I'm doing the unboxing. Now, if you're not sure what the Evercade is, or you need a little bit of a history on this, a couple of years ago, I think it was now, they brought out a handheld, this handheld, which is called the Evercade, and it plays old school retro games. The games that come out of it have been anything from back in the day when we had Atari games, all the way up into what I would like to call the golden era of video games, sort of the mid 80s to early 90s, and they bring them out on cartridges in boxes like this. And this, for example, is the Codemasters collection, which has some absolute classics on there. Sensible Soccer, I'm sure most people are familiar with that. Cannon Fodder, which is one of my all-time favourite games. And of course a game called Megalomania, which is still to this day one of my favourite games. And these cartridges have come out about £15 each in the UK. They come with a full colour booklet with lots of nice pictures, drawings, the instructions, like they used to have back in the day. Not as extensive, obviously, because they're fitting all these different games into one booklet, but hey, a lot better than what they do these days, where all you get is the warranty and a little slip of paper. There's Megalomania, fantastic. And then of course you have the cartridge itself. Now these cartridges fit into the back of the handheld there. You stick that in there. And nice, the cartridges have the name of the collection on them, and the covers really nicely put together, especially if you're a collector. And then you stick it in the back there, you turn it on, and now you've got a really awesome old school experience. Now the games, the controls work really well for the games. Really nice feeling on these buttons. Like an old school sound like that. Oh, that crackle, lovely. And then you can just play the games anywhere you want to be. You want to play them, and there you go. There you've got your games to play. Pretty cool. Sorry if it's not got the greatest focus on this, but hey, we're not here for this. We're here for this. So about, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago now, they announced they were going to be bringing out an actual console of the Evercade, which would play the same cartridges, but that would make it an actual console. You could plug it into your TV. It'd have HD, it'd have all these other features that you could use, and you'd be able to continue playing your old school games, but you'd have control pads with it, and you'd be able to play with your friends as well and play it on your TV. And then they announced they were going to do a Founders Edition, which is what this is, which would be an exclusive limited edition. They would only make a certain amount of them, and if you wanted to be involved, you had to pay a little bit more money. You would then be one of the said founders, have your name in the credits as well, which I'll probably show you at this point. And you would get a special black version, because the normal VS, I think, is coming in this colour, the normal white and red, which is lovely, but this one comes in black, and it comes with lots of other goodies. Why don't we open up and have a little look inside what those goodies are? So here's the box. Anyway, here's the back of the box that shows the Evercade versus there, which looks very much like the front of the Knight Rider or Knight Rider car from back in the day. Really nice black and red there. I believe this is actually a light that turns on and everything when the console's on and changes colours, from what I have heard. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of the flashy lights. I'll just turn it on here. You have to hold the button down to turn it on. Freaks me out a little bit there. I was wondering if it wasn't working. Then you get some nice little flashing lights. And there's the Blaze Entertainment on the screen there. Console's doing its nice colourful thing. Oh, hello. I should put the sound on. And now it's going to ask me to put some details in. And we've got a nice bit of music there in the background. Okay, hold on a second. Are we in? I believe we are. Okay, we're in. So this arrived today, very strangely. I got an email yesterday saying it would arrive on Tuesday. Today was Sunday. And then I got another email in the middle of the night last night saying it would arrive between 7:25 and 8:25. I was not out of bed at that point, unfortunately. But luckily, it was sitting outside my doorstep when I got up. A bit naughty, but luckily I live in a neighbourhood where I think I would have pinched it. Okay, so it looks like this is a little slip cover on the side of it there. And there's the other side. I believe this comes off, quite nice. And then we've got that there, little diagram, kind of blueprint style-y of what it's going to be. And now inside, I'll just open this up. I think it's going to open up from, where is it going to open up from? He says, he thinks, he doesn't know. Oh, there we go. It's going to open from the front there. There we go, lovely. Okay, and there, I believe, is the console itself. Not particularly large, which is good. Oh, I don't want to open up the front. Just want to take it out of there. Hey, there we go. Look at that. That's nice. I mean, it's not massively bigger than the handheld, but it is wonderful looking. I mean, look at that. That's great. I take it that's the on-off switch there. Got a nice little grill fan there. There's front. You can have 4 controllers plugged in at the same time. Also, you can have 2 cartridges in at the same time. So a lot of these games, these cartridges have a myriad of games on there. So you could, you know, technically have about 30 games plugged in at any time. And I believe this is going to be Wi-Fi. You're going to have an online connection so you can do updates, and I think you can download games on it and things like that. I'm not sure if you'll be able to play other people, but you may get high scores and things like that. And I believe you HDMI to plug it into the TV. Looks like there's a reset button on there as well. Blaze Entertainment being the company that put them out. I believe they're the ones that were responsible for the Mega Drive Mini a few years ago, which was actually pretty good. Well, a couple of the versions of it's pretty good. And put my nasty fingerprints all over it. That's not so great on the back there. But that'll be wiped off once it's down and in its position. It won't be touched anymore, pretty much. Anyway, so there you go. There's the actual console itself. It's rather nice. I like it. It's a nice, simple design. Black. I'm sure it will look really cool when the light's on and it's turned on. Okay, so that's a lovely light on the screen. There we... Right, what else have we got in the box? This is the Founders Edition after all, so should be some more goodies in here. Oh, I believe this is a Steelbook. Oh, that's lovely. Steelbook cartridge case, should I say. There you go, it's got the controller design on there and the console. That's really cool. And I guess you're going to use that for storing some of your cartridges. Let's test that out. Oh, that's really cool. There you go, look at that. Very nice. And of course this is exclusive for the Founders Edition. And I believe that's a keyring. Little Evercade keyring there. Pretty cool. That's like a thick rubbery kind of a material. Nice, very nice. This may be it's like an art card for the design there. Again in black. It's nice. To be honest with you though, art cards, I mean, what are you really going to do? I mean, you can look at them and go, oh, that's nice, and put them away forever. So, I mean, it is what it is. Terrible phrase. It is what it is. And there is our certificate of authenticity, signed by all the people at Blaze Entertainment. And it says, certificate recognises that the Evercade vs. Black Founders Edition has been produced in a limited quantity to reward early adopters of the new console. We would like to thank you for being an Evercade founder and helping to make the Evercade Versus a part of the retro gaming history. On the screen there we've got to the setup, English, welcome to the VS. I think that's their logo. That's their new little logo. We've got a Wi-Fi setup to do now. I'm not going to do, shall I do the Wi-Fi setup now? Or shall I skip? Let's skip that and see if we can have a look at the... Okay, connect to Evercade Versus. The internet makes it easy to get up to date. I will do that. I will do that at some point, just not right now. There's our agreement, and of course I accept the agreement because we all have to accept all these millions of agreements that we accept every day without reading them. And there we go. Look at that. Lovely. Wow. There's our screen. Oh wow. And there's a bunch of games on there that we can look at. Fantastic. I don't know how well it's showing up on on the picture there. I'm looking to see if I can just find the credits. Here we go. And I am very proud to be part of it as well. Very proud to be part of it. Something that I was really behind, being a retro gamer myself. Back in the day, the Amiga was my favourite of all the computers and consoles and all that. Absolutely loved it. What else do we have? Some instruction manuals and bits and pieces there. A quick start guide, which is rather thick. A lot going on there. There's probably a lot of different languages there, though, I imagine. And we have, what's this, poster? Wow, cool. There's lots of different games that have been released on there. Some real classics, Speedball 2, for example. Pong. Go all the way back. And then the other side. So this is really, you know, it works for, it's produced games now for so many different consoles and computers through the ages. Everything from the Master System, Mega Drive, Atari, Amiga. That it just, you know, it really hits that spot for me. Now these are a couple of the cartridges that are the new cartridges that are in purple. The original ones were in red like this, and they were all games that were console based games. Now these are the arcade based games only. So these are the arcade ports, and that's why they put them in a purple one to separate the two. And as part of getting this, I get two of them with it, which is Technos and Data East with Burger Time, one of my all-time favourite classic games from back in the day. I believe I even had a Game & Watch of Burger Time. Wasn't the best on that, but hey, I was a kid, I loved it anyway. So we got those there. I do have some other games that should be coming, but I think they're coming separately with this edition, not in the box. We got anything else in the box? Let's have a little look. Oh yes, we do. Another two arcade ones there, as we mentioned before, Atari. Some classics there. I can't really read that because it's so small on here, but I can read a couple. We've got Millipede on there, for example, and Asteroids Deluxe, Canyon Bomber, Centipede. You get the idea. On the Atari, Super Breakout and such. Galaga, which were a company I wasn't so familiar with, but I've heard there were some really, really good games. And as this is part of the Founders Edition, don't mind if I do. There we go, 13 Atari on that and 6 on that one. Yeah, I can't wait to get this going out, and we're still going. Oh, now here's the one I've been waiting for. Here's the one. I think the cartridges that are meant to come with it are actually all with it. I'm really impressed. So we've got Intellivision. Now that is really going back. And some of these games I've never got to play, even back in the day. So this should be a very interesting little archival trip down into history. I mean, like I say, I've heard of some of these games like Night Stalker and Astro Smash, but I've never actually played them. So that'll be interesting. But this is the one for me. I mean, admittedly, as I said before, the Codemasters one there would have been, but to be honest with you, Cannon Fodder and Megalomania were not part of Codemasters back in the day. Codemasters, I think, have bought the publishing rights for these games, but originally they were part of Sensible Software, who made Sensible Soccer, Cannon Fodder, and Megalomania. But this has Xenon 2 Mega Blast on it, which was my all-time, still is my all-time favourite shoot-'em-up game. And I love the shooters. And it has Speedball 2 on there, Brutal Deluxe. You can't go wrong. I've been really excited about this one. This will probably be the one that will get played the most, or at least one of the most, on the new Versus, or VS. I cannot wait to check that out. I'm very excited. That must be it, surely. Oh no, what am I talking about? How are we going to play on it without any controllers? So we also get... So even though I've got two controllers that come with it, I think the normal one comes with one, I can plug this in for a third controller, so I can have 3 people at the same time, which is pretty cool. When you get that wire with this one, I don't know if you get it with the original VS console. I think you have to pay separately to buy one of those if you want one, which is a pretty cool extra feature, I would say. And now, of course, we get to the actual controllers themselves, which look really cool, actually. Again, I don't want to break anything, so I'm just going to be very careful getting these out. Oh, look at that. That's very cool. That's bigger than I expected it to be, I have to say. It feels very comfortable in my hands, though. Oh, yeah. And we're going with the same design. I think you can buy these separately as well, if you want them, if you want more. We've got lots of friends come around to play them old school games. I've got to admit, I've got maybe 1 or 2 people that'll be interested in this, but most people aren't really interested in the old school gaming like myself in my circle. But hey, it won't stop me playing on it. Really cool. I won't get the other one out. You can see there's 2 of these, and then that's, I think, I actually believe that is, what is this for? Oh, that must be the is that the HDMI? That may be the HDMI cable. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I might be wrong, and the other cable I showed you could be the HDMI and this could be the adapter. Yeah, probably right actually. This is probably the one for plugging in the extra controller, because it makes sense being in red. And the other cable I showed you, which I was wrong about, I think that's probably the HDMI to plug it into the TV, which is cool. Now that is definitely everything. And there you go. There is the Evercade Versus, or the Evercade VS. Pretty cool. I'm very excited. I want to go and play on it now. Bye. Hey, hello again. Thanks for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, or you're interested in hip hop, synthwave, electronica, or just music in general, and you like horror and all that kind of stuff, then why not be here Halloween, 31st of October, for my new album, which will be released. Volume 1 of a series of albums that are going to be coming out sort of within 2 or 3 months of each other. So get in there now. And that's the 31st of October for Tales of Damage, Volume 1, Revised Edition. Appreciate it if you check it out, let people know about it. And yeah, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm here to tell you I also have a podcast. It's Pointless Podcasting. And you can find it on most of the different places where you find podcasts. Spotify's probably one of the best ones to get it on, but hey, whatever you can find it on, I'd appreciate it. Check it out. It's pretty pointless. It's pretty nutty. It's pretty good. Bye.